What's up, my angels? So today I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with my health. So I think most of you guys know by now, I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's and non-functioning hormones back in May. I've noticed things were going wrong for a long time, but I guess maybe the signs were so slow. That's one of the biggest issues with like thyroidism is the signs present themselves with such small intensity that by the time they build up, it's just kind of like an explosion because you've had it for a long time. I'm thinking like I've been dealing with this for quite a few years. Just my readings back in 2017 were read wrong, and that means I probably had it prior to that as well. I just got my blood work back from my doctor and I'm at 4 months now. It was my hormones and my thyroid being tested. So my thyroid, my T3, my T4, one's high, one's low, and he's still trying to figure out the amounts. He thinks that this time's going to get me closer to making it even. My TPO is still high, but you know, with Hashimoto's, it's kind of going to be higher for a lot of the time. It's about just kind of regulating my T3 and my T4. So I'm pretty excited that that's getting better. My hormones have went up. It's good news and bad news at the same time. So the way he explained it was my progesterone is not moving. He said it's barely made a difference. So with taking HCG for the last 4 months, we're hoping that we're gonna see some type of movement this next round of HCG. I have about 30 days left. So if the progesterone doesn't move, I'm going to have to start supplementing it. And then when it comes to my estrogen and my estradiol, everything was good. It actually went up. It's in normal levels, which is really exciting. My testosterone, however, is not moving at the pace it should. It went from 5 to 45, and now he's wanting from 45 up to more towards 80. He was saying that if the next hormone reading doesn't equal closer towards the 70s, then I'm most likely going to have supplementation for that as well. So we're going to wait a couple months, see what happens as well after I stop the HCG, and see if the levels move and go from there. So what does this mean for competing, right? Yeah, it means that I can't think about getting on a stage for a while. So it's September. I have until October before I can get my blood work done again. In October, I have to wait 2 months to see how my levels naturally move, so that would put me in December into January. I'll get everything looked at. If things are high or low, then I'm going to have to start using supplementation and start taking some peptides. With all that being said, I'll be starting that stuff, you know, January, and that would take a couple months to take effect into February, March, and by that point, maybe, depending on how my levels are, how my body composition is, how my energy levels are, my mood, all the, you know, important things, then I could start thinking about going back to the stage. So if I was going to start a prep, it really couldn't be till March, which kind of puts me in an interesting place with trying to qualify for Olympia or even compete to qualify, you know, that's the goal. And that would give me, you know, a stretch of shows that I could start doing from June, July, August, which is still not a lot of time whenever the show's in September and the deadline's in August. So we will see. It's slightly frustrating, but you know, maybe the universe will just show me what I'm supposed to do. It's interesting, like I've been asked a few times, like what are my thoughts on competing now? Like, am I still wanting to compete? And I am. Like I have been working really hard this past off season, which has been like over a year already, to build muscle, and I feel stronger, I feel bigger. My resting weight's like 10 pounds above what it normally is, so I know I put on a lot of mass and I'm feeling better. And I know that with all this physical differences that I've made, on top of the medicine, on top of all the mindset work I've done, and knowing my why and being able to dig deep in a different way is just going to make this prep completely different than any other. And I want to experience that. It's not necessarily to win a show, it's more for me. And I don't feel like I've ever been able to get to that point before, right? Where it's like, and it's making me emotional talking about it because it's, you know, you put such a hard label on the person that you want to be or that you're trying to become, and you build your personality and your mindset and all of your goals towards becoming this person, which is like, you know, maybe an Olympian. And when you don't get it, it kind of hurts, right? It kind of shatters that part of your identity. And if you put your whole identity into being a competitor, for instance, like I think I did my first season out, it breaks you a little bit whenever you can't do as well as you wanted to. And in retrospect, did I try as hard as I could? I would say I gave it like a 95. I didn't give it 100. Looking back, I know I could have given more. I gave more when I went pro. Like, I know what it is like to give 100% because I've done it before. And I didn't give it 100, but then looking back and seeing how I've been dealing with Hashimoto's and hormone dysregulation and really bad stress and cortisol levels, I just wasn't in tune with myself enough to see. And that's really fucked up to me. Like, to be in this like state of mind where you ignore how you're feeling or what you're doing or what your body's trying to tell you just because of this identity that you've created, and your ego is trying to protect you, and you don't want to hurt yourself and not follow up to become that person that you like keep saying that you have to become. I guess this new season for me, moving into the fall and the winter and into early spring, is to just focus on healing myself mentally, physically, and spiritually. I've been on such a journey this past year of just becoming a different person, and it's beautiful and it's hard and it's sometimes a little lonely, but it's not at all. It's like, honestly, I think it's only feels lonely whenever you perceive yourself to not be connected to everyone else. And I know that not to be true because I have such an amazing support system. My business is growing, my community is beautiful, my relationships are getting stronger with myself and with like people in it. And there's obviously some parts of me that are still a little broken. And I'm working to fix those. So, wow, I was not expecting this to get so emotional. Holy crap. Whew. So, with that being said, I'm getting slightly emotional right now, I guess, talking about competing, and my future scares me a little bit. You know, it's hard to plan out what you're going to do when you feel like your identity has been shifted. And a part of my identity was competing, and it was taken from me when I wasn't ready to let it go yet. And not that it's taken, I know I can get it back, but I'm kind of letting go of the control, giving it to the universe, and expecting to just get what I need when I need it. And I believe that the universe is going to take care of me, like it is taking care of me. And this year has been nothing short of fucking insane, but also the best year of my fucking life. I do have to say. That's powerful, especially in a time where there's so much shit going on, but it's only proven to me that you are in control of everything you fucking want, and you are also able to do anything because everything you need is already within you. And there's nothing else to say about that. Are you going to rely on motivation and willpower to get stuff done, or are you just going to go do it? And I'm just figuring out what I want to do because I know I can do it. It's about just creating that vision. If you guys don't have a 5-year or 10-year goal vision, then it's going to be really hard to get there. And I'm struggling with that one right now. Like, I kind of know, but I'm also afraid to say it. And I think, in all honesty, a part of me is maybe afraid to say it because I don't know if I can get there. I mean, my dreams are kind of big. Like, they should be. Everyone's dreams should be fucking hard. And they should be scary. Because if you don't have to face adversity, you're never going to get great things in life. That's it. So competing wise, long story short, is I will be competing again at this moment in my life. This is what I want. Now, I have to say, I don't know if that's always going to be the case because so much of me has changed in the last year. I don't know if my values and my morals and my identity is going to rely on competing anymore. I love it. I respect it. I just know that I have been dealing with a lot trying to heal my body and trying to heal my mindset towards myself, because guys, no matter what the fuck any competitor says, it is not easy to be in your ego and to be comparing yourself all the time to everyone else. Doesn't matter how strong you are, it still happens. I want to be able to go back to the competitive world in such a strong mental toughness mindset to where I'm not being controlled by my food, I'm not being controlled by other people's Instagram posts, I'm not being controlled by the scale and it not moving, I'm not being controlled by my thoughts of having to become someone for X, Y, and Z reason. And you know, here's one action step I want everyone on here to take is, what are you saying in your life that's preventing you from like becoming the person you want to become, right? For me, it's kind of like a false belief that I had to become a pro and then go to Olympia to build a successful business and to, I guess, prove to myself that I'm, you know, strong and capable to do things. And, you know, that identity and that belief that I built around that is just so ridiculous, because when that reality doesn't become true, then I feel like I failed myself, or now I have an excuse in the victim mentality to tell myself, well, you didn't make it to Olympia, so like of course your business isn't gonna grow, just fucking give up anyway. Sorry, I'm cursing so much, but the messed up like reality of some of our beliefs, yeah, I'm just not there for it anymore. I'm not there for making excuses, and I hate being called out, but I fucking like it. Like I'm a hard love person, and as much as sensitive as I am, I'm learning to embrace it. I'm learning that I don't have to push through everything to be there, and I can feel and I could accept love, and that's something I'm still working on. So I hope this message inspires or sets someone's soul on fire, makes you think a little bit deeper about what you want with your life, because question everything, spend time, meditate, journal, breathe, and spend some time with yourself. I can't stress that enough, and I wish I did it a few years ago. I mean, guys, I'm close to 30 now. Like I'm 30 next year, and it's taken me this long to figure this shit out. And if I can help you guys get there a little bit quicker than I did, my job's fucking done, and it'll make me happy. So anywho, that was a lot. Let's go ahead and leave that there. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, want me to cover any other topics, let me know. Other news, I actually just signed up to be an ambassador for Bulk Supplements, which is really exciting. Bulk Supplements is a huge database of supplements, and I mean they have like 500 different kinds. So they have like powder forms, pill forms, like all different sizes. You could buy in small, big packages, and it's super affordable for the stuff you're getting. Now, some of the stuff you have to check the dosages and adjust to what you need. I actually have a really great supplement list that I put together with Bulk Supplements, a bunch of other brands that I use and I like for all different reasons. So if you have digestive issues, sleep issues, if you need daily multivitamins, stuff for working out, etc., just let me know, because I have a list that I can send over to you. Yeah, if you guys need anything, use my code. It's AVF. You get a discount, and you're helping me out a little bit too.